I know it's been a week. What a week it's been for you, because I know you did a lot of soul searching before you actually spoke about this. It was a tough decision for you.
It was. I mean, I initially started talking about my experience of sexual harassment in Westminster, but I didn't name the MP that had sexually harassed me. This was going back about a week and a half. Yeah. But I wanted to talk about it because I wanted to give women younger than me confidence to be able to come forward and talk about their experiences. So that was about 10 days ago. And then things just moved on, and Michael Fallon emerged as a name of somebody who had touched the knee of my colleague Julia Hartley-Brewer. And I was receiving phone calls from people saying, are you going to name the person who harassed you? My experience was that it was Sir Michael Fallon who had tried to kiss me after a lunch 14 years ago. I didn't want to name him because I didn't think it was right. It was 14 years ago. However, I became aware of more recent allegations involving him. I'm now 43, and I thought back to when I was 29, and I thought to myself, if there are women younger than me who may have allegedly been subject to the same behaviour, I wanted to do something for them. So I reported my experience to Downing Street last Wednesday, and shortly after that he resigned.
Did you feel any sort of sympathy towards him at all?
I wouldn't call it sympathy. You don't cause the resignation of a cabinet minister lightly, and
no, indeed.
It was a really difficult decision to take.
It was so interesting what you said, though, Jane, that you said the dynamics of the relationship that you'd had, the professional relationship that you'd had with him before that incident and afterwards, was completely changed.
Yes.
It was all about power.
Yes.
It was a power thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's shameful.
Yeah. I mean, I was a 29-year-old political
yeah, you're just starting out, really. I mean, just... Yeah.
I was 2 years in my job, and he was a Conservative MP, and I would take politicians out for lunch all the time, and it was
People
always...
do that all the time. People do it all the time.
People behaved impeccably, and this was the only incident that happened to me in 14 years. But it was a professional relationship. It was a very... That's how it should have been. And when he tried to kiss me, when he lunged at me in this quiet corridor, it did change the power dynamic between us. And every time I saw him after that, I knew that because I had run away from him, I shrank away when it happened, that he still had some power over me until last Wednesday, effectively.